I speak to you today on how service and humility works to combat envy and worldliness. Jesus tells the disciples in the Gospel of Matthew, "If anyone wishes to be first, he shall be the last of all and the servant of all." If we make compromises while trying to live out the gospel, we will end up imbibing the spirit of the world, which leads to dominating others and is the enemy of God. On the contrary, Jesus calls us to the path of service. Jesus knew that the disciples, because of ambition, had been arguing about which of them was the greatest. This attitude of wanting to advance, of wanting to be raised up, is the spirit of the world. This anxiety of worldliness, this concern to be more important than others, saying, "No, I deserve this. That person doesn't deserve it." This is worldliness. This is the spirit of the world. And those who breathe in this spirit breathe in the enmity of God. Jesus says to the disciples, "Either you are with me or you are against me." There are no compromises in the gospel. And when someone wants to live the gospel while making compromises, they ultimately find themselves with the worldly spirit, which always seeks to make compromises in order to climb higher, to dominate, to be greater. This allows evil and the devil to enter your life and your soul. It's true that there are many actual wars in the world today. What about the wars among ourselves, like the one among the apostles about who is the most important? Those who are infected with worldliness, like careerists who are always striving for a higher place, for greater recognition. This is the spirit of the modern world, and this is not Christian. They say, "No, it is my turn. I have to earn more to get more money and more power." This is the spirit of the world. And then there's the wickedness of chatter, gossip. Where does it come from? It comes from envy. The great envious one is the devil, and we know that. It says so in the Bible. Gossip comes from envy. Through the devil's evil envy enters into the world. Evil envy is a worm that pushes you to destroy, to badmouth others, to annihilate others. In the discussion among the disciples, all these passions were present. And so Jesus rebuked the disciples and called them to become servants to all and to take the last place. For who is the most important in the Christian church? Is it the Pope, the cardinals, the various bishops of all faiths, the pastors, the reverends of the most beautiful parishes, the presidents of the lay associations? No, none of these. The greatest in the church are those who make themselves servants of all, those who serve everyone, none of those who have titles. And to help us understand this, Jesus took a child and placed him in their midst. While embracing him with tenderness, because Jesus spoke with tenderness. He had so very much of it. He said to them, "Whoever receives a child receives me." That is, whoever welcomes this most humble, the one who serves the most. This is the path. There is only one path against the spirit of the world: humility. Serving others, choosing the last place, and not climbing the ladder. There is no need to make compromises, to bargain away the spirit, to bargain with the spirit of the world, because worldliness is the enemy of God. On the contrary, we need to listen to these very wise words of encouragement that Jesus speaks in the gospel. If anyone wishes to be first, he shall be last of all, and the servant of all. Go forth, my brothers and sisters. Find a way to serve others. Find a way in your heart to use your skills, to use your gifts, to serve other people. Find a way to serve the disabled, the blind, the poor. Whether it be adults or children that you wish to serve, find a way to do it. Not just in Advent season, not just at Lent, but find a way to serve throughout the year. Then, and only then, will Christ look upon you and say, "You are my beloved. You have chosen to be last and chosen to be servant of all."